Okay, we're here. We're here. We're here. It's okay. It's all right. I didn't get kidnapped. We're all good. We're back. Hi. I don't know why, but for some reason I had shut off my StreamYard link, which is what I used to talk to you on, and I had to turn it back on again and get set up.
What will you find when you venture beyond?
I don't know what happened. It's the strangest, kookiest, goofiest thing. But anyway, I am back, and thank you everybody for being here. Thank you for joining me this afternoon for the afternoon show. It's Bruce here, Uncle Bruce with Stock Markets with Bruce. We're here for the last hour of trading today, and we're going to see what's going on here. I'm watching a few of our favorite stocks. It's been an interesting time of it, to say the least. We've got Gore's Holdings at $16.18. In case any of you missed it today, the shares have had a most interesting run. They were sitting around, I think, around the 14 something range this morning, not doing a heck of a lot, and all of a sudden we had an explosion around 10:30 this morning. They were sitting around 14.30 a share, and within like a minute they ran to 15.50 and hung around there for 5-10 minutes, then got to 15.65 for 5-10 minutes, and then took a shot within a half an hour to 17.27 today. Absolutely incredible. Backed off a bit, down to about 15.60 around 11.30 this morning. Took another run up to 16.37, then back down to 15.74 around 1.16, and now here we are at 16.16, mounting a bit of a climb again. Volume on Gore's Holdings today has been 3.6 million shares. Nothing like really unbelievable, but for this stock, the average volume for Gore's is 673,000 a day. So we are talking about 5 times normal volume, almost 6 times normal volume right now already with an hour to go. So it's good. What caused it? Why? The company taking Gore's over on July the 20th, Matterport, has signed a deal with the folks at Facebook. They have signed a deal. A report came out at 10:30 this morning Eastern time called, or a news article said, Matterport and Facebook AI research collaborate to release the world's largest data set of 3D spaces for academic research. And goes on to talk about how the two are collaborating together on all kinds of neat stuff. And this has just put the good housekeeping seal of approval on Matterport and its 3D imaging systems. And by extension, those of us in the know, and in the press release, it did mention that Matterport is merging with Gore's, is taking over Gore's Holdings on July the 20th. And so Gore's is now getting a shot of movement, investment interest coming into it because of the Facebook connection here with Matterport. A most interesting development, came completely by surprise. There was no warning anywhere that this was going to happen. We had no idea. And the shares have really not been interested in giving back most of the gain. Although I will say that it was $1.14 higher than this at the absolute height of the morning, back around, the time would have been something like 10:53. So about 23 minutes after the announcement came out is when the stock hit its highest level of the morning, and it's given that back to this point. But all in all, a good day. So anyone holding Gore's, you are smiling, you're laughing, you're giggling, and you're happy. SOFI today has had an update across the board all day long. The low trade today for SOFI is $19. The high is $19.80. It's trading at $19.33 right now, up 45 cents. And there is no news on SOFI specifically to get us to wonder. But what is happening is that the stock is becoming more known amongst the Reddit crowd and other online talkers, I guess, communicators, and the shares getting a lot of exposure through a lot of chat pages and a lot of different sites. And there are a bunch of articles being written about SOFI regarding the potential of the company. And as I have suspected, and as I've been wondering, if these shares were to start trading in the much heavier volumes than they used to, which used to be 6.5 million shares was average volume, I remember days 2 weeks ago we were trading around 4 million a day. That was typical. We've had 2 days now of over 50 million volume. At the moment, we're running at about 24 million right now. So I think we're on pace for maybe 30 million today, unless something really crazy happened. But this kind of volume has a way of attracting a lot of investors into SoFi, kind of like the kind of investors we have now in AMC and in GameStop. These are a lot of smaller investors. They pick up a few shares and they don't sell them. They just sit back and wait, because the known information on SoFi, one of the known facts that's being talked about, is that there's an in excess of 21% of the shares are shorted on the stock, and this is kind of keeping a lot of interest on what's going on here. Now I'm talking about apparently on what's net free trading. Something like 21% is net free trading. So shorted stock, that doesn't hurt. The Wall Street Bets crowd, the Reddit crowd, they love this kind of talk. But the big picture really is the fact that SoFi is so good at promoting themselves and putting the word out as to who they are and what they're about. They're hosting the Super Bowl game in their own stadium this year. They are also this close to acquiring their bank charter because they're taking over a California bank. And by taking on and getting the bank charter, this will change this company dramatically. They will no longer be a loan reseller, but they will be a loan originator. And there would be a lot of upside here for this company and its business. It's becoming one of the most popular online banking fintech companies in the world, and they are grabbing market share big time in the U.S. and they are gobbling up all kinds of new customers every day. So SoFi is on its way to becoming a household name and becoming quite known among investors, and so that's what it's all about. As this continues on, as the awareness of SoFi continues to happen, I think the shares will continue to climb in price, and the $30 target is what I have in mind in the not too distant future. Not distant at all. GameStop today up 44 cents to $211.32. The stock has been pretty flatlining here all day long. It had two little blurbs today, little shots in the positive territory. This is the third time the stock has gone positive today. It's very quiet. Volume on GameStop today is a paltry 1.9 million shares. A very quiet day. No news. And we did see a shot this morning where it went to 214. We thought, oh, here we go, from 209 to 214. And then it just came right back down and got very quiet again. And it's been just going across the board like this all day. ATIP down 2 cents, 9.49. This stock has been flirting with the break-even line now a little bit. Had a good day yesterday, went up 50-something cents yesterday. 390,000 shares traded today. The low of 927, the high of 959. Right now, 949. AMC up 4 cents. It's just trying to come back now. It's been down the last couple of hours under the break-even line. Goers Holdings, as I said, 16.11 now, 179 gain. 23andMe is up 8 cents. It was down in the morning. It started first thing this morning up and then went right down. Dropped to 11.31, about 29 cents from where we are here. Came back and ran up to 11.89 in about a 2-hour window. So it gained about 58 cents a share in 2 hours. And that was around noon today. But ever since noon today, it's been 2 steps down, 1 step up, 2 steps down, 1 step up, until about half an hour ago. And we touched a price. Looks like we were around the 11.52 mark, and all of a sudden we popped up about 6-7 cents here back into this 11.60 neighborhood, and now we'll see what the stock can do between now and the close. The volume today, 1.1 million. No news. Branson was on the air today. He was on CNBC, but he was talking about Virgin Galactic launching some satellites today, and they were having a big party over there. And he mentioned 23andMe just in passing. So there was no real promotion there for the stock. But 11.61 is where 23andMe is at the moment, and that is a gain of 9 cents on the day. All right. FWAA, that would be a Fifth Wall Acquisition. They hit a low today of 11.86, but they're now at 12.28. Still down 40 cents on the day, but they have been flatlining around 12.25, 12.30 now for several hours. Kind of a quiet day there. On Vector Acquisition, we're We had a very good start, a solid start today. The shares went from 11.08 up to 11.45, and that is kind of a new recent high price for the stock. But it's been downhill ever since. It had a drop off after about an hour and a half, around 11:30 this morning, kind of back to where we started the day from, and now we've been as low as 10.92. That's exactly where we are right now, in 1.4 million shares. We're still up actually 3 cents on the day. It's actually still got a gain, yet the chart looks like a ski hill here. You can see here, you sort of you go up the tow line to the top of the ski run, and then you take the ski run all the way down, and here you are coming down here. It's still up to 3 cents on the day despite this lousy chart. What am I supposed to do with a stock like that? I don't know. We're waiting for news from our friends at VACQ shareholder meeting day. That's what we're waiting for right now, and we'll see what's going on. All right, SVAC, $10 a share, down 8 cents today on a very quiet day. Waiting now for, again, an official date for Sextra to take them over. Waiting for that. That should come at any time. And NSH, which is Navsite Holdings, which will become which is going to become Spear. Pardon me. I get these brain farts once in a while. They're going to Spire Global. They're going to become Spire Global, which is a manager of satellites. You launch satellites like Galactic did this morning, and then you hire a company like this company to manage the satellites and handle all the data flow going forward. This company, we're awaiting the same thing. We're awaiting the official word from the company through the SEC that they're calling a shareholder vote and can do the takeover. So the stock right now is around $10. International Business Machines, I've been mentioning it a little bit. I'm going to try to bring more information to you as I can get my hands on it, but IBM is in for a stock split. It is not in for a stock split because the price is priced too high. It is in for a stock split because the company is being broken into two different divisions. I do not know how big one division is versus the other. My guess is 2/3, 1/3. That's my guess. So the IBM stock could be $100 a share, and the second company stock could be around $50 a share. That could be the deal. As far as I can gather, if you're a shareholder of IBM, you're going to become a shareholder of two companies instead of one. We'll have to follow that. I don't know how this will affect the options market, but I have been speculating here, and I've been sort of mentioning to my followers here that it might not be a bad idea to acquire call contracts on IBM for February of 2022, well into the new year, to take advantage of what I think is going to be a run on the stock. I think the shares could run to 160, 170 a share during and up to and during the split. Once we know the full details of the split, you can then decide whether you want to keep the option past the split date or not. But I think just the split announcement and running up to the split timing could run the market a bit, and you could make yourself a little bit of money on some of these call options. They're not cheap. You're looking at maybe $9 or $10 a call contract, but it's a lot cheaper than trying to buy 100 shares at $146 a pop. So you can either spend $146,000 on 100 shares, or you can control 100 shares for about $900. If you buy 155s or 160s, they're cheaper because they're out of the money, but they might still double or triple in value, even with a bit of a run. But that is a bit of a gamble, much more of a gamble than if you're picking up 145 or 150 or something like those kinds of calls. You might be better off with those. But that's just me throwing that one out there for consideration. All right. GameStop right now, $2.12, up $1.12. SOFI in 1933 up 46 cents. ATIP is down only 2 cents now. AMC up a quarter. Gore is up 194, and now it's 16.24, and 23andMe up 7 cents. All of a sudden, the front page of my stock quotes are all green, practically, except for ATP, only down 2 pennies. The Dow is up 197 points. Started kind of, had a little gain, was flat, gained a little more, was flat. It's kind of like 2 steps up, 1 step down, or 3 steps up and 2 back. I don't know. It was a slow ride. But the Dow now is up 199 points. S&P is up 4. NASDAQ still down 13. Had a good day yesterday, though. Oil is at 73.56 a barrel, up 58 cents right now. And that's what I'm showing here on this market at this point in time. Welcome one, welcome all to the show, the channel. Thank you for the 189 thumbs up so far already. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Keep those thumbs ups coming in, folks. We love that. And well, we're just going to see what this market's going to do. It looks like GameStop has had one of its best runs since this morning. It smartly has been moving up a little bit here, but still from 210 to 212.50. I mean, that looks like a gain of great proportions, but not in the history of GameStop is this anything significant at all. You can tell, I can just feel it. There are people bugging out going on holidays. July 4th weekend is upon us. It's coming. This is only Wednesday, and I can already feel the air coming out of the markets. But I'll tell you, some of the strangest trading can happen just before a long weekend, and between today and Friday night. I don't take anything off the table. If anything, there might be a lack of selling. And if there's some buying conviction coming in on some of these stocks, you never know, they could really pop. So one never knows on what is going to happen here. It is most interesting to see what's going on. Chandler is saying, Uncle Bruce took me from a single share buyer to a semi-educated contract writer. I can't wait to learn how to grow them with classes. Right on. I'm looking forward to that for sure. Let's see what happens with our markets. Classes are coming very soon. We will be covering all kinds of topics: how to trade stock, how the markets work, options. We're going to be covering a lot of info on stock options to make it simple and easy to understand. And we will get into how they work, how they deteriorate, how you can benefit from them, the do's and the don'ts about buying options, and or how to write options, the do's and don'ts of that, and all kinds of strategies. We'll be going over all of this, and it will be, I think it'll be extremely educational for you, and I think you're going to find it very profitable. I think a lot of you are going to go, oh, I'm ready to tackle the world now, because I now see how I can generate revenue from what I own, rather than just sitting on what I have and just letting it rot. I can actually make it pay for the time I give it. Because as far as I'm concerned, you guys have worked hard for your money. Why don't you make your money work hard for you? And you're not going to be in the real estate business and own an apartment building. You're not going to build subdivisions. You don't own car plants, but you got stock certificates. You own shares. Time to write options, and let's make some money doing that. There's ways to make this work. All right. Anyway, Uncle Bruce, if IBM splits into two companies, how would that affect all the contracts? I'll let you know. As soon as I know the deal on the split, I'll let you know. Uncle Bruce, so do you think not to write calls on AMC? I don't have a problem if you're writing call options on AMC. I haven't got a problem at all. You can write calls for this Friday at, say, 250. I doubt the shares are going to go there by day after tomorrow. You want to write call options for next week Friday? 260s, 270s might be available. I know you can write any option you want. I'm just thinking about logistically. I would be looking at $40, $50 ahead of the price of the stock, bringing some premiums. Take a look at the week after that. You might be able to write 300s, 310s, and bring in $8, $10, $12 a share for a 10, 12-day time frame. Not a bad return on your money. Yeah, so definitely take a look at that. Absolutely. Let's see. GameStop woke up. Someone saying 214.65 now, up 377. The higher it goes, the better option writing gets. I wrote an AMC call contract July 30th, $85 exercise price for $7. A beautiful, beautiful job. Taking in $7 a share until the end of July. For a stock that's sitting at $57 a share with an $85 exercise price. I love that. If you get taken out, you get $92. Love this deal. Anyone sitting on AMC, you can be doing this and making some serious money here. I am working very hard to get 100 shares in each stock so I can go down the covered call city where the grass is green and the girls are green. Everything is green, green, green. There we go. We're going down the highway to write me some contracts. Thank you very much. And away we go. How about that? Okay. We'll see what we can do. A $210 gain on the Dow, 4.9 on the S&P 500, and down 15 on the NASDAQ. J Ray is going zzz, and I bought at $25, Bruce. I'll take 85. Oh man, that's a good move. You bought them at 25. You're writing $85 calls, getting $7 a share until the end of July. That's 1 month from now. You get $7 a share. This is good. So that's $700 per 100. Nice, very smart. James, a Newegg up around 70% today. Wow, I don't care. Let's see, 1932 up 45 cents on SOFI. GameStop 214.48 up 360. ATIP turned positive, plus a penny now. AMC holding on to a gain of 53 cents. Gores $1.84 to the plus side, 16.16, and 23andMe up 7 cents to 11.60. So we have some gainers there that we're watching. The Dow is up 216 points to 34,527. As the market of the Dow is still below its all-time high of 35,091. So it needs another 584 points to get to the all-time high, but it's pretty darn close. This is less than 2% away from its all-time high, and it's having a good day today, so nothing wrong with that. S&P right now is in new record territory right now. If it closed here with a 5-point gain, S&P sets a new record all time. Yet again, they've been setting records all week, the S&P and the NASDAQ. Microsoft is down 75 cents. Apple is up 92 cents. Tesla up $1.85. Bed Bath & Beyond had a big jump this morning. Massive. Started off this morning at about $31 a share and ran up to $39.30 in no time. And it had itself a really good day. It was up $9+. But then it's been a ski hill all the way back down until about 2 hours ago. And now it's just coming back on a little bit again. The CEO or CEO he was on and talking up the stock and talking up the company. So that's what's going on there. Uncle Bruce, 50 SVAC January 22, strike $10 calls. I bought them at $1.85. Am I doing this right? You're doing this right. You now have leverage on 5,000 shares of SVAC. The higher SVAC goes, the richer you get. At $10 call, this gives you the right, if you ever wanted to exercise your right, you could buy 5,000 shares at $10 a share between now and January of this coming year, toward January 2022. However, you're not going to do that. All you're going to do is when these shares run up in price after they merge, become one, as the stock merges and it begins to trade, if it trades in the $14, $15 neighborhood, just as an example, these calls will be trading at probably $6 to $7 a piece. So you're going to have 50 $600 contracts to $700 contracts. That's $30,000 to $35,000 in contracts that you're going to be sitting on, because at $1.85 going out at $7, you made yourself $5.15 a share on 5,000 shares. Nice little pocket change there. You'll just sell the contracts right back into the market where you got them from. You'll just sell them, sell to close, and the cash will be in your account the next morning. Thank you very much. Beautifully done. And way to take a position on that one. I like it. I like that deal. Let's see what else is going on. There goes GameStop, they're saying. We are right now on GameStop at $213.20. Sharing 232 thumbs ups with 767 people watching. Boy, we can do better than that, you guys. If you can spare me a thumbs up, that would be really handy. Thank you all so much. I wonder if yours will go higher in the aftermarket. It could too. So Uncle Bruce, Dave is asking, when did writing options become widely available to retail investors? Was it a recent thing? I remember my Grams talking about her blue chips, GE, Exxon. She should have wrote contracts. I was in the options business in 1980, 1980, 81, 82. Options were out there, and you were able to. You could have written calls back then. It was very clunky, though. I mean, it was a clunky system way back when. Back in that time frame, call contracts went up in increments of $2.50 each. So if you had a $20 stock on the open market, you could have $15 calls up to $40 calls quite commonly trading, but they were only available in quarterly installments. So you could buy like the January calls, April calls, August calls, There were only 4 a year, and every 3 months, call contracts would expire and new contracts would be created. It wasn't until about into the 80s and the 90s they started coming out with monthly contracts, so that once a month you could turn over contracts, third Friday of every month. And then into the 2000s, weekly contracts started coming out. So now you can create contracts that you can write a contract that expires this week, next week, the week after, the week after. That's why I talk in weeks most of the time. When I talk to you about option writing or playing option, I talk about weeks. And that happened, again, about 15, 20 years ago. The other thing that changed the world, I mean completely changed the world, was when retail investors were allowed to trade options themselves off of the platform. Like with this thing right here, you can buy and sell your options, write them, buy them back, everything with this. Oh my gosh, changed the world entirely. Now you didn't need to talk to a stockbroker who had to get to a desk trader who had to call the options exchange for the floor trader get to the pit to make the trade, to go back to the pit, to the floor, phone runner, the phone guy, back to the desk trader, back to the broker, back to you. I mean, my God, there were 6-7 people involved just to do a darn contract trade. No. And the commissions were $35 minimum, $50 minimum. They were outrageous. Now you have 50 cents a contract trade, or 20 cents, whatever they are. It's cheap. It's super cheap to trade contracts, and it's incredibly convenient, and it's lightning fast, and it has really opened up. It has become democratized for you out there, and now you can write and you can do straddles and spreads and all kinds of stuff, which we'll cover with the options classes. So yeah, there's a lot for you to learn because there's a lot you can do. But it's going to take a while for you to absorb it all, but that's all right. We have time. Let's begin the process with these classes and examine all what you can do with your options. You don't need to know it. You don't need to know it all. Not even close do you need to know it all. You need to become very good and proficient at what it is you're going to be doing. And if you're going to be in the option writing business, which is where I'm going to try to steer you, that is the most conservative area to go into for options. It's not the riskiest. It is the most conservative. And I think it is a thing I want you to do. I want you to start imitating hedge funds and mutual funds and pension funds. I want you to start generating revenue from what you already are sitting on, because many of you who are watching me, you are sitting on tens of millions of dollars of assets that are just sitting there doing nothing for you. And it's time to start bringing in some money here because don't you have bills and cash flow needs? I think you do. So we're going to be going over that together. 214.95, 215 on Gamestop. It's trying to kind of break up a little higher. This is the new high of the day pretty well for Gamestop, I think. Yeah, 215.28. Go Gamestop. Let's go. There's no volume. 2.1 million. There's nothing going on here in Gamestop, but it's a little higher, and I'm happy to see that. 1930 on SOFI, 952 up a penny on ATIP. AMC is holding on to a 17-cent gain right now. Gore's up $1.92 now, 16.24. Wondering if in the last half hour are we going to get a surge on Gore's again? 11.60 on 23andMe, up 7 cents. Vector is up 2 cents so far. There's where we are. Let's see what's going on. AB, I'm just glad Gore's hasn't given up all of its gains. We're all part of the Bruce ETF. That's what we have. And let's see what's going on here. And I'm selling one-on-one sessions for thumbs ups. Thank you, those of you who have given me thumbs ups today. Let me take a look. How are we doing now? We've got 324 now. Thank you, guys. That was a nice little shot there from 180. 326 thumbs ups and counting. Keep them coming in. I appreciate it. Thank you all very, very much for that. And GameStop right now, 214.35 right at this moment. All right. What else do we got here? I wrote a GameStop $270 call option that expires on Friday with a 510 premium. Nice take. Very nice take. That's $510 on a contract for this Friday. Thank you very much. That's a nice $500. I have a friend who has no dry powder. And how did you advise your customers to deal with this when you were a broker? Well, if you're all in, you're all in. What are you going to do? You gotta wait out for your tickets to come through, or you're going to have to sell something to buy something if you're not happy with performance on something else. It's just the way it is. Oh, the world has changed so much. It's true. Let's see. Oh, I wish I had enough GameStop to do that. I'm only at 89. I'm only 89 shares away. Oh, you're so close. Never been comfortable with options. I like owning the stock. Maximilian, I have December 21 calls at a $15 strike. Maximilian is saying, I have no idea on what stock, what anything. So much easier just to own something. Let's see. And hey, Bruce, can you revisit this Facebook Matterport deal? Is Facebook buying them out or buying their service? No, the two have agreed to collaborate and become partners in the in the artificial intelligence area of public spaces of buildings. And again, I don't know the gory details of this, but it sounds to me like that Facebook and Matterport are partnering up with educators and universities around the world to offer these phenomenal imagery services. And this is, to me, it's as good as a deal. It really is. There's no money needed to be transacting here. It's not a takeover. It's not a services. This is kind of like, you create some software and Google says, that's pretty good software. They don't buy it, but they acknowledge that to the world. They say, that's really world quality software. Your company takes off. You're endorsed by these guys. Well, that's what's happening here. Facebook is endorsing the product of Matterport. And it is just compounding the already gazillions of endorsements that they're getting as it is. And it's legitimizing Matterport's business to a huge extent. $1 trillion company is working with Matterport hand in hand as partners on this 3D imaging. This is good stuff. The stock's up $2 right now to 1632. Obviously, Gores being the takeover target of Matterport. Here we go. You're getting richer today. Gores is running up again, flirting with 1630, 1635. Let's see. Okay, nearly 4 million shares on Gores today. When it went sideways, it's because Mark Zuckerberg had to dig into the couch cushion to find another 20 million. He's late to the party. Okay. And the thing I also wonder about and I think about is that all the investment bankers that do business with Apple and every stock analyst in the world that writes up Apple got this announcement today about Matterport. This is Awareness Day. This is a massive awareness day for Gores through Matterport because of Apple. The connection just is unstoppable. So if you're an analyst that writes up Facebook, you're not worth your salt if you don't know what this deal is all about. You are now investigating and looking at Matterport. You're asking yourself, who are these guys? If you don't know who they are, you're going, who's Matterport? Why would Facebook be doing something with Matterport? This is what's happening here. And do not be surprised if in the near future Matterport gets written up by analysts. Because if you're good enough to partner with Facebook, you're kind of pretty good at what you're doing. Hello. The stock is up 203 right now. What can I say? All right. Wait a minute. Am I part of a cult? Is this a cult? Oh, man. What time is 23andMe representative going on the Fox Business News? I have no idea. I haven't heard anything about that. Uncle Bruce, going to hook us up before classes. Get to 100 shares in the stonks you like so you can get the biggest benefit of his knowledge. Let's see, leverage up, then buy the stock. 23andMe is going on Fox Biz today. Well, that's good. I have no idea when. That would be great. Let's see, the gory details. Oh, no. Let's see. Yeah, what do you think of the people who believe the markets are nothing but a waste of time? Hey, it's okay. Just waste your time wherever you want to waste your time. We'll waste our time doing this. You waste your time doing whatever you do. It's all good. No problem. It's great. Matt, Carter Cole, exactly that. Buy options to gain some capital, and then use that to buy stock. Risky, but you have to break the eggs here. Let's see. My Gores Holdings options are up 174% today. I'm not surprised to hear this. I'm not surprised that your Gores options are up today. This is Leverage Supreme. Fantastic stuff, you guys. ME calls are cheap today. Picked up 5 more 1250 contracts for October. Ricardo, Bruce, you forgot to say this isn't financial advice. I just said it. What are you talking about? Let's see. I like Gores. Gores like me. I like me. There you go, Jack. Very good. Jack's okay now. It's all good. Jack has gone through his mantra, just like his doctor said. He's fine. ME 1162 up a dime. Gores at 1615 up 183. ATIP 951 unchanged. GameStop 212.78 up $1.90. We have 23 minutes to go. SOFI 1927. The Dow up 219. S&P up 7. Nasdaq down 16 today. Oil up 56 cents a barrel. That is where we're at right now. More red showing up here and there depending on what you're following, but the Dow is still showing a 218-point gain on the day. It is towards the high of the day right now, right at about the high of the day right now for the Dow 30. So it's having a good day. The Nasdaq's only up 16 points. Nothing to worry about here. Interesting stuff. Okay. A number of new companies went public today. A number of new issues went public, including one issue called Didi, which is a Chinese ride-hailing giant. I would avoid that like the plague. Stay away from any Chinese stocks. This particular company, my God, the government of the country is subsidizing every ride with money to allow the company to survive. They went public. I don't know how. I just don't get it. I can't understand how investment bankers in the United States want to underwrite crap like this. I don't understand why they want to underwrite this kind of garbage. This is a company that cannot make money. This is a company that will not make money, if ever. They will not make money. Without government subsidies, they cannot make money. And this goes against every trade agreement that most countries have with respect to government subsidies with free enterprise. I don't know why and how it is legal for American investment bankers to underwrite crap like this. Absolute garbage. You can't verify the books. Impossible to audit Chinese companies' books. You're going against state secrets. There's no way. These guys are total losers when it comes to being in business. They can't make money. A shareholder of this company is the biggest sap on the planet of the earth, especially if you're buying now in the post-aftermarket. I mean, if you're buying this stuff, you're a loser. You're asking to lose money, and it's going to happen. You are guaranteed to lose money on this deal. I don't know how this stock can go up. The only way it'll go up if it's manipulated by the Chinese government. That's the only way it's going to go up, which means they'd have to buy it. And I don't even know why this thing is public in the first place. I'm just blown away. I guess the Chinese are thinking, if they're stupid enough to give us money to underwrite this company, that gives us some of the money back that we've been blowing into thin air here, because it's a make-work project for entrepreneurs in China. This is an artificially created company designed to employ people with vehicles and other delivery vehicles to keep people employed. In other words, you don't want the communists to have all kinds of citizens sitting around with nothing to do. So you put them to work with these kinds of deals, and you make it appear like it's just the greatest company in the world by taking it public. How they pulled it off on New York is unbelievable to me. I don't know why isn't this a Shanghai exchange deal? Leave it there. I think I know why. No Chinese investor is stupid enough to invest in this deal. I think that's it. I think the Chinese themselves know that this is a subsidized, government contracted deal that hasn't got a hope in hell of making any money. It's like investing in like a corporate entity, a government entity. I don't know what is wrong with these bankers in New York. They have so much money lying around. They have no incentive to create America and make America better, and they're looking for the easy money and the quick commission. That's all I can guess it is. And anyone who's playing this stock, if you think that this is a quality investment long term, you are fooling yourself. This stock is destined for $5 a share in no time. I just don't understand it. And if there's any pension, you hold a pension fund, and you find out that the pension fund you're into or your mutual fund or ETF buys this stuff, get the hell out of that ETF, get out of that mutual fund, run for the hills, because this is a tank. This is a ship headed for the bottom of the sea, an absolute disaster. I tell you, I don't know how these deals get even brought to this level. It's completely beyond me. It is just ridiculous. Anyway, Matt, thank you. I have 30 ME, $15 January calls. Very tempted to buy more, considering they're so cheap again with the low volatility. I hear you there, man. This stock, 1166, is up 13 cents. It's not going down. I don't know. Carter, my wife told me I can't ape into options because we're on vacation this paycheck. You've got the word. AB, I think the bigger picture here is Facebook's Oculus App Store might utilize Matterport's tech for VR tours of buildings. You can't use an Oculus VR headset without a Facebook account. Huge news. ATIP is green. Funky J, heat index 113, temperature 100. Yeah, they are over greedy loads of insanity, leads to insanity. Gody, come on, the water's fine. I just got my 400 shares of VACQ. Now I only have GORS left to go. BW finally to 100 shares of GORS. Options ready to commence when Bruce gives the A-OK. Uncle Bruce, what do you think is the potential for ATIP? Any thoughts on buying 1250 calls for July? Too cheap, too soon. You can't be doing that. You got to go way out as far out as you can go. AB, DD bumped from 18 to 14 and dropping probably. It's a garbage. It is crap. Longer out, Eamon. Bruce says, goodbye, China. Lots of manipulation going, so don't be surprised. Did we agree that Danny DeVito is playing Uncle Bruce in the GameStop saga? He's going to tell you January, Isaac. He's going to, oh, man. It's going to be incredible. You're killing it. That's going to be incredible payoff. Drew, it's about to be anti-retirement. I know what this means. David, we know how Uncle Bruce feels on investing in Chinese stocks. How does everyone feel about Bill Cosby getting out? Never mind. This is a Stock Bagel Yoko channel. Unbelievable. Julia, speaking of government subsidies, I got news for you about TSLS. Andy, no, got to be Tom Cruise playing Uncle Bruce. I mean, come on, man. It's Uncle Bruce. They need to fight to get this role, you know? Funky J Bell, the Chinese Communist Party is just god awful. I agree. Don't give money to them. Just asking for it. Islander, so when you sell to close call option, do you pick the same date that was chosen when you buy to open? Well, of course, you're selling the contract you are long. Of course, when you sell to close, you are selling what you already bought to open. So you're just going to your brokerage account. You're going to click on your option and enter a sell order on it. This is probably pretty easy on how to do it. The SpaceX lands another rocket. Wish we could invest in them. I don't think Bruce likes this stock, this DD stock. Girl, yes, some same strike, same date. That's how you do it. Speaking of government subsidies, I've got news for you about Tesla. Just got here. What stock deal is he talking about? Who has the most fabulous cuddle set? What's going on? Even the Chinese prefer the Uber, Lyft apps and the like if when available in China. Yeah, I tell you, it is crap. Hi, Uncle Bruce. You may have answered this yesterday. All else being equal, is it more advantageous to write calls on Monday or Friday? No difference. You have to pick your own days. Everybody says to diversify into the third world and China. No. But how do you really feel? I'll let you know. I'm super excited that SOFI was relatively stable today. Hopefully, we'll start to see the small, consistent gains. It is at 9:13, 15 minutes to go. It's up 26 cents right now. GameStop up 269 to 213.57. ATIP up 3 cents to 9.54. AMC underwater now, down 17 cents. GORS, $1.86 is the gain, 16.18, and 23andMe up 13 cents, 11.65. All right, Karen, thank you for this. What are your thoughts on NIO? You don't want to know. Mother of Mumbai, Uncle Bruce. Preach, Uncle Bruce. Tell us what you think. Half a penny green. Bruce loves the heat. He was molded from fire and brimstone. Let's see. Nice little pop on 23andMe. Now that Cosby is out, does that mean we shouldn't buy Jell-O? It's been losing money all the last 5 years. The only actor to play Bruce is another Bruce. It's Bruce Willis. Oh my God, DeVito playing Uncle Bruce. You son of a gun. I am. Let's go. Oh no. I don't know. None of my homies support the Chinese Communist Party. Oh man. Cosby is out. January calls in Quaaludes. Just go to account and click sell to close. That was easy. ME is waking up. 1165 up 13 cents. 1167 up 15 cents. It's going higher. YOLO. David, that's what I was about to write. Over a dozen Chinese IPOs keep coming these days. In Hong Kong market, seems that they're lacking money. I tell you, I am just absolutely not interested in anything to do with it. The Hong Kong economy, the city of Hong Kong is getting crushed by the communists out of Beijing. They have completely destroyed it, and that city now is almost not worth going to see anymore. Other than for geography, there's nothing else to do there. It's pretty sad. Such great folks there. I'm praying that people can get the hell out. I'm worried that a lot of Hong Kongers think that they can get out anytime they need to get out, and they're wrong. They're about to find the doors closing, and they're going to be locked in, and you're never getting out. Get ready for the indoctrination seminars. Get ready for your school kids going to special camps to learn the communist way. The entire society of Hong Kong is going to get crushed, and anyone in their 30s and 40s and 50s, man, are you guys in trouble, because those communists do not want you thinking in any way, shape, or form free enterprise, freedom, or anything from the West. Get the hell out of there. There are countries willing to take you. Run, Forrest, run is my advice. Communists crushing their people. Bruce Willis works. I can see Uncle Bruce doing a remake of Die Hard, but stock-oriented. Hey, Bruce, what's a good call option to play for IBM? The premium is pretty high, but I want to get in. As I said earlier, I would be looking at February's or later, and I'd be looking at 145s, 50s, 55s, 160s. Somewhere in that range is what I'd be looking at. But they're not cheap. I admit that. But they're a lot cheaper than buying the stock itself. Carter, CCP makes up 10% of their GDP with construction of ghost cities. Special badge is being held hostage. July is too soon on ATIP, but should we worry with September's had them for a while? I would go out as far as you can. As far as you can go, you want to be going. If you can get 10s or 1250s, that's what you want to pick up on ATIP. Even 750s, if you can get those. If you can afford them, grab those. Communists popping out of the woodwork, aren't they? You mentioned China, and I can't help think of Rodney Dangerfield's response to Sam Kinnison's question about the Korean War and why we lost in the movie Back to School. Laugh out loud. That's right. That's right. Love that scene. I love Sam Kinison. I miss him. He was fantastic. He was a little, out there. But the early Sam Kinison, oh man, he was unbelievable. Brent, great day, Bruce. In plain English, you are the man. Thank you, Brent, for this donation. I appreciate it very much. If only the Hong Kong went back to laissez-faire capitalism. It's over, folks. Free Stonker. Remember those old commercials that connected buying cannabis with supporting global terrorism? That's how I feel about buying into INIO. Be careful just hitting a sell to close. You will hit the bid, whatever it is. Be careful on that. That's right. You want to put a limit order in there. Free Hong Kong. So sad about Hong Kong. Folks are so good there. SOFI was the top ticker on Reddit at some point today. Not too shabby. David, is there a scenario where we would recommend buying to close a call you wrote? Is there a scenario where you would recommend buying to close a call you wrote? Yeah, of course. Yes, obviously there is. Yes, many. We'll go over that in the class, but certainly towards the end of its life. Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. I sold NIO for moon tickets months ago. Matt, desperately sad about Hong Kong. Happy our UK government are offering very long visas to British national overseas holders as a route to citizenship. I agree. Come to Canada, come to the UK, get the hell out of Hong Kong, go to Singapore. Just get out. Get out. Bruce, this is a Bagel and Yoko channel. Next sentence, get out of Hong Kong. The communists are crushing you. Bingo. Get out of Hong Kong, have a bagel somewhere else. Mother of Mumbai, anti-PC, free Hong Kong. Wally, thumb it up for your favorite uncle. Yavi, CEO of 23andMe, talking about genetics, a pathway to combat possible medical conditions. 23andMe, 1170, up 18 cents, moving higher in the last 9 minutes of the day. Obviously, they must be on Fox, as someone had alluded to earlier. Gore's going up again, up 195, 1627. GameStop up 370 to 214.58. SoFi 1912, holding a 24-cent gain right now. I am here to write call options on Gores and chew bubblegum. And I am all out of bubblegum. Too soon to write contracts on Gores. Pyro Homani, Edit is making waves, but I'm highly skeptical that we have any real ability to use the tech without major help from purpose-built algorithms. No idea what that means, and I don't care. Let's see. I have 200 in my brokerage and 200 in my rollover IRA. John Van, Gamestop to the moon. Bruce, talking about communism, I gotta say it. Okay, Boomer, man, you folks just do not know. You young kids, you have no idea just how ugly it is. You have no clue what life was like with East Germany and West Germany. You have no idea. You have no idea what it was like in Poland, Czech Republic, Hungary, Romania, Yugoslavia. You have no concept. And the China thing, man, you have no idea. You are just clueless of how ugly it is over there and how bad it's going to get. You guys just do not know. T-Bone, hey, everybody, check out Wally's World Chat. Great stuff. He's passing out thumbs up for Uncle Bruce. YOLO, I love Canada, Uncle B. Let's see. Let's go. Here we go. We've got fun fact. I was supposed to build a clone of 23andMe for family tree DNA after they acquired whatever, ended up building it. I have no idea what's going on here. How do we stop dealing with China when everybody wants the cheap, low-quality crap they keep peddling, and then you have Apple and Nike using them to make all of their products? Well, you know, when an online campaign begins to boycott Chinese-made product, and it sticks, you watch Apple change their stripes. Right now, Apple is so embedded in China, it's unbelievable. I'm shocked that they are as embedded as they are. I don't understand why Apple doesn't deal in Vietnam, why Apple doesn't deal in other countries, why the Chinese regime, they're so deep in there. They could be doing deals with India, creating incredible opportunities for employment, billion plus people speaking English, largest democracy in the world. I don't know. I don't get it. It is one of the biggest con jobs of all time that these guys, the product we love. I mean, I love this thing, but it's made in China with Chinese labor, and they make them over there for $50 a pop, and we buy them here for $1,000. It's a great business model, and yet it's considered an American product, and it ain't. It isn't. I understand. You forgot Korea. Yeah, well, there's that too. Excuse me, sir. I would like to place an order for GameStop to go up like a rocket. It's 2:14:06 with 4 minutes to go, 6 minutes to go actually. 2:14:06 right now. SoFi 910 up 23 cents. Gores 1622 up $1.90. Communism thumbs down. Reverse repo just shy of $1 trillion. But what does it mean, Bruce? That means there's money sloshing around, lots of money. The markets are going to go higher. That's what it means. Uncle Bruce, which SPAC is going to the moon first? Which contract for tomorrow's best? Nope, sorry. I need to know right now. What do I buy this minute that'll go to the moon tomorrow? I'm not in a hurry, but I want it to happen tomorrow. I love it when Uncle Bruce gets historical. Did Bruce say to buy or write January calls for Gores? I don't think I said that. I don't say anything about buying any calls or writing any calls. I'm talking about buying calls. Communism has killed more people than any other form of government, nearly 100 million. Dave, I totally agree. I've generally lost why. Never mind. Let's see. Not all 20-somethings are clueless. I protested the Falun Dafa prosecutions and genocide at age 23. The internet is quite powerful. I agree. Not all, but many. Not educated. The educational system in the United States, Canada, laughable when it comes to communism. Laughable. Julie, why don't you go live in China then, laughing out loud? James, say, reverse repo just shy of $1 trillion, but what does it really mean? Lots of money in the system, tons. Markets are going higher. That's what it means. Let's see. What else is going on? 100% agree with you, Uncle Bruce. Same with Eastern Europe. We sold the Poles and Eastern Europeans out after World War II instead of putting our foot down on the Soviets who helped start the war with the Nazis. There you go. More detail on reverse repos, please. When is the IBM split deal? Third or fourth quarter is the story. Don't have a date yet. I'll let you know when I know. ME is moving. 1176 up 24 cents. Drew, not quite, but I hope to be doing a little bit better than I'm doing right now. Legit Works is the newest member of this channel. Welcome, Legit Works. Nice to have you here. Fantastic. It is our responsibility to educate ourselves. Welcome, Legit. I love Bruce responds with a whatever, or never mind, Uncle Bruce, if you could say whatever to my comment, that would make my day. Whatever I had, whatever. Read a dystopian novels such as George Orwell's 84. That novel was based on his experiences with communism. Lando Butter, happy to see Bruce giving up halfway through meaningless chats. I strongly recommend you visit the Museum of Communism in Prague. If you're ever there, fascinating, I can imagine. The Secret Police Museum in Berlin. Oh, man. You want to get freaked out? Why don't you go to that place? It's most interesting, but it's also most disturbing. And this was happening right up until 1989. And this establishment, the largest employer of the East German government, was the secret police. More people worked for the secret police than any other government agency. And who did they spy on? Their own citizens. It was unbelievable. So scary. Just unbelievable. You definitely learn the Czechs are not fans of communism. You got that right. Neither are the West Germans. Uncle can explain SOFI options because just bought my first 100 shares. Oh my goodness, way to go, Wally. Welcome, legit. You're legit. Too legit to quit. Let's see. What happens to calls during a company takeover? Nothing. They just change their name and continue on. Generally, as far as I know. Free Stalker. I have heard of Free Tibet, and I support the idea that people of a community making their own decisions about what they want the community to be. There you go. Christopher, I just got up to 102 legit. Let's see. What else are we talking about here? Yeah, that's right. The British spy on the Americans. The Americans spy on the Brits, and then they trade. Companies spy on companies. Relatives spy on relatives. Mom and dad spy on their kids. Hello. China has ethnic minorities at forced work camps. They sometimes smuggle police for help in tiny scraps of paper hidden in the bottom of purses made at their factory. It's heartbreaking. We have 465 thumbs ups. More the merrier. Thank you. The people are afraid of the government. The system is doomed. They work for us. They get paid by us for their service. We are their customers. The customer's always right. That's right. If you fear your government, you are in trouble. You are in the wrong place. Have missed the past few morning streams. Dying to know if you have found your sesame seed bagels yet. Nope, not yet. Maybe later today. AB, I seriously doubt we'll ever get out of China for manufacturing. I don't we'll ever get out of there. We have to become China for that to happen. Pull millions of people out of rural areas and force them to make glass and solder electronics. Oh gosh, you can do business with hundreds of other countries other than China. You don't have to do business with just China. But what can I say? Anyway, what am I supposed to do? January 2022. Sorry. Okay, Uncle Bruce, during your classes, will you be smacking knuckles with a ruler if someone needs discipline? They might have to do that. Just sold most of my July Gore options for a decent profit. Got lucky when it went up today. Hung on for a few. In case it rockets for the meeting. There you go. Free Stalker, McStone, same energy in the workforce. I visited Czechoslovakia and was still united and just beginning to get out of communism. And certainly it was a little bit of a shock how they controlled you and your moves. Kayla picked up IBM calls, $145 calls for Feb 22. Cost a lot of pennies. Thanks, Uncle B. Kayla, way to go. T-Bone, I just opened up my Amazon package. Everything bought, made in China. Yep, that's right. That's right. 4 o'clock. We're dinging. We're done. We're done, and we're dinging for the day. 1908, last trade here, coming up here on the market. We've got barely a few moments to go. I think we're just about done here. Let's take a look. SOFI, 1908, still up 20 cents, but at the low of this session pretty well. Gamestop, 213.62. ATIP, 955, up 4 cents. AMC down 23. Gore's up $1.89 to 16.21. 23andMe up 24 cents to 11.76. The high of the day for 23andMe. As we are watching the last of the trades go through here, we're coming out of the end of the day. We are shutting her down. Emmy feeling kind of down today. Awesome trading today. My call options on Quest Trade after the merger reset my cost average from where I bought them to the current prices. Frumbler. Okay. Watching them clap, and there it is right there. 1908 on SOFI at the last trade right now. Volume on SOFI was 26.3 million here. A quieter day than yesterday, obviously. 213.62 on GameStop. We're coming into the close right here, folks. The end of the day. Gore's Holdings, 1621. The Dow is up 210 points. S&P up 550. 5.5, and NASDAQ down 24 points. So the S&P sets a new all-time record. The Dow gets 210 points closer to an all-time record. Donald Rumsfeld, former U.S. Secretary of State under George Bush, the Jr., has passed away at 88 years of age. SOFI, 1908 last trade on 26.3 million shares. GameStop, 213.62, up 272, 274 on the day. As we are shut down, we're done, baby. It's all over but the crying. And we reassess to see what we can do tomorrow. Dow up 248 points. See if that's accurate. 210-point gain on the Dow at this point in time for the day. There you go, guys. That is what I've got here. Let's see what we can follow. And SoFi showing a 1917 finish for me. Someone is saying my phone might be off its mark right now. Let me see if I can get a more updated quote. I'm still showing GameStop at 213.89 right now. That's what I'm showing there. ATIP 955 up 4 cents. Gorse 1621 up $1.89, and waiting for aftermarket trading to kick in. What was that? Where was that there? Yeah, there we go. Sorry, hang on. SoFi. 917 showing last trade. On my market watch, 908 showing on my phone. One is right, one is wrong. That's what we got right now. Waiting for further confirmation. Just stand by, everybody. We'll get there. It's all going to be good. There we go. Again, an update for us on SoFi at the very least. Hopefully tomorrow another breakout, or we'll see. But I don't know about the volumes. We'll find out. We were quiet today, though. 27, just short of 27 million shares today. Okay, everybody, welcome. And what else do we have? Only 483 thumbs ups. That's all we got today. We're doing what we can, but that's all that came in. We still are sitting at 494 right now. We're about to hit 500 thumbs ups, but we're nowhere near 1,000. We used to get 1,000 all the time, but people make money and then they don't give up thumbs up anymore, because once they get rich, they get tired, and they don't have, they want to hire an assistant to give a thumbs ups, and they're in the middle of interviews. I understand. It's all right. Yeah, I can't make a thumbs up. It's okay. The Tubes now, that was a great band from the 80s. How about that? Woo. I'm guessing Micron's earnings weren't good. I'm guessing Micron didn't have good earnings. Micron, 84.83, what I'm looking at, the final trade. I'm not sure how accurate that is. Is it down a little bit? Is it not doing too well? I'm not sure. We're just getting all the closing quotes coming through the screen right now on CNBC. Does anyone have info on vote dates for VACQ, SVAC, or NSH? I have not been able to find anything. Neither have I, Daniel. We're watching closely, waiting every day. We have nothing yet. No Yoko, please. People, don't thumbs ups. Don't. We want to hear Yoko. Hey, we're the monkeys. People say we monkey around. We're too busy playing to let anybody down. Hey, we're the monkeys. Bruce, is it better to be regularly playing new stocks and IPOs that hit the market with good fundamentals, or are established companies able to make you as much money? Depends on how you're going to play the market. Writing options can be either way. Frankie Vac, thanks, Frankie, for this donation. That's awful kind of you, buddy. JW, MU is down. AH 1.5%. After hours. Great day, Uncle Bruce. Thank you, Frankie, and I'm glad you're having a good one. Thank you for sharing the wealth. Joshua, Jan 20, 2023, SAVC 1750 calls for a penny. Why are they so cheap? Joshua, Jan, that may or may not be an accurate quote, my friend. That might be the reality there. Might not be an accurate quote. With all the opposable thumbs, point them out and push them down on the mitten with the up thumb. There you go. Pickled nose. Uncle Bruce, I heard Peter Thiel made a lot using a Roth IRA. Any thoughts on trading in a retirement account? No thoughts. It's a great way to manage your wealth, and you can build up assets there. Tax-free, of course, and come retirement time, you can start taking out some some money that you've grown tax-free in the meantime. Very good move. Canada, we call them RRSPs, and we also have TFSAs, tax-free savings accounts up here. Thumbs won't matter when we make Uncle Bruce rich. It won't matter at all. Call him. That's great. It starts with an earthquake, birds and snakes, and airplanes, and Lenny Bruce is not afraid. Okay, Colin. Uncle Bruce, I'm not receiving your alerts. I checked my junk folder and spam folder. I'm not getting them. You might want to check the settings on the device you're using. You might be blocking certain messages from certain entities. You have to check your Google settings and everything else. You might need to look up some videos on YouTube on how to check settings to make sure you're getting your alerts and everything else. They're $5. Even for me, Joshua, says Isaac. J. Ray, Joshua, I'm showing those calls at $1.35. Carlos, is Peter Thiel just how Mike Tyson says Peter Thiel? Hello, Uncle Bruce. How will our SPAC reacts with NFP on July 2 if it comes VE results? Anybody? Can anyone break this down for me? That's code. I don't know what it means. Gorilla Harry saying, Dr. Walter, have I missed an Uncle Bruce update? I didn't issue one today, so no. Picked knows that it's not what happened. He laundered money there, so it wasn't taxed. The tax fraud is illegal. He'll receive a huge fine. Okay. GameStop thoughts. What did it do? What was the final on GameStop? GameStop final trade today. 213.62 last I saw. That's all I got. No thoughts on GameStop today. Quiet day. No one said anything. What can I say? We just finished. Today is the last day of the second quarter. Tomorrow, July 1, new quarter, a new day. It's a holiday in Canada tomorrow, July 1st, but I will be here with you because I'm here for the U.S. markets, not the Canadian markets, and so I'll be on tomorrow. But I will not be here on Monday. I will not be on the air Monday, July the 5th. U.S. markets are closed. GameStop 213.90 had a gain today. 213.11 in the aftermarket. No news of any significance today, so that's what we've got. All right. Could we get a $1 bump out of NSH already, please? I'm ready. July 2nd is the jobs report in the U.S. I think he might be talking about that. Matt, Joshua Frost, because there's no open interest or volume of those options, I think that might be why there's no quote. Lowest volume ever, 2.44 million. No one is selling. No one's doing anything. No paper left, baby. I like talking about GameStop usually, but occasionally I want to talk about me. I got to sing it. Happy Canada Day to all you fellow Canucks up there. And hey, change your name to Mr. Me. Can you at least record yourself eating a bagel on Monday? Could you post that at least? You're chomping a bagel and just, waving at us, something like that. NSH volume today, 90,000, very quiet. You on for tomorrow with Canada Day? Yeah, I'm on tomorrow. I'm here, baby. I'm here Thursday and Friday, but I'm off Monday at the moment. That's the deal, but I'll be back Tuesday. Ooh, I'm back, baby. Getting ready to rock and roll, having some fun. We'll see what we can do. Anyway, guys, that's the story. I'm sticking to it. I'm not going to change it. That's the dealio. And there you have it. SOFI, 19.16 in the aftermarket, down a penny. That's where we're at. So it closed at 19.17 today, and it had a gain of 30 cents today. Okay, let's see. The most watched YouTube in history, 10 hours of a 10-hour loop of Bruce eating a bagel. Trivia is on for Friday. Yes, we're doing trivia Friday night, 7 o'clock Eastern time, as always. Looking forward to having fun with you guys. Come on by for members only. Uncle Bruce, I feel like I haven't seen your beautiful bald head in ages. Where have you been? Uncle B, are you sending alerts for your email address on YouTube? Are you sending alerts from your email address on YouTube? I send alerts through YouTube for email alerts for members. Mr. Me, I love it. Isaac, Colin, smiling, whatever. Which of the next SPACs will perform the famous Thornton Mellon triple Lindy off the high dive next week and spikes in price? Not that I'm asking Bruce, but could you tell me what to buy tomorrow morning that will triple in value tomorrow afternoon? Can you? No pressure. Can you can tell me now, because you don't have to be here. You can just take tomorrow off. Tell me what to buy now tomorrow morning, where I can just triple my money, and then we'll just forget the whole thing. You take the day off. It's all good. We'll see you the day after. It'll be great. Bruce, thoughts on Wish? No thoughts. I want to see Bruce eat an uncut bagel that he's got to start from the hole. Oh my gosh. David, my last time in Canada, I got in the Molson Center and saw the Patrick Roy's last game with Montreal. Oh, you saw the last time Patrick played with Montreal. Shake and Bake has become a new member. How you doing, Shake and Bake 542? Welcome. Is SOFI at 400 yet? I wonder, are we that close? Uncle Bruce, what is a stock exactly? What is a stock? It's a simple question, B. Simple question. Just what can I buy to triple my money? And that's all I need to know. Dave, awesome. But can you lend me some money, by the way? Wally, welcome, Shake and Bake, to the channel. A new member. I love you guys. Thank you for joining us, all of you new members. It's nice to have you in here. We're looking at SOFI sit at 19.15 in the aftermarket right now. There's YouTubers who advise which stocks to buy based on astrology. There's always been astrology, I guess. Yeah, there's always that. What is best in life? YouTube emails, Uncle Bruce is included, get into the social category, not primary. You may see them there. Michael, wait, you guys are making money? What's that? Welcome, Shake and Bake. If you ain't first, you're last. I like to imagine Canadians hunt moose with hockey puck slap shots to celebrate Canada Day. Michael, what's your wish position? Daniel, he said triple. I want quad or higher tomorrow. Otherwise, I'm not buying. Okay, welcome, Shake and Bake. Daniel, I'll take triple. No need to be greedy. Hey, Uncle Bruce, I'm bullish on SOFI. What do you think of $11, $20 January 2022 calls and $10, $30 January 2023 calls? Should do well. You're buying the $20 calls. You're 80 cents out of the money, 85 cents out of the money right now. So you've got some real potential there. Though 30s are probably cheap enough that you'll make some money as well. I'm certain that the shares will reach 30 in not too long a time frame. So yeah, picking up 20s, 2250s, 25s, 2750s, 30s. Knock yourself out. Let's go. Let's see. Yes, I was talking about non-farm payroll job reports. Bruce, VGAC, $5 strike for $8.40. Your thoughts? No. Too expensive. There's no need to do that. Just buy the stock. If you're going to pay $840 for an option, why don't you just buy the stock at $10? Just buy the stock. Yes, it's cheaper. There's no expiry on your stock. Anyway, there you go. Let's see. What else is going on? When I'm a millionaire, I'm buying you Tesla, so make our stocks go brr. There you go, Mr. E says. Michael, Isaac, no position. Just curious how some due diligence anchored on the consumption data and logic on Americans buying of low-quality goods could take market share from Amazon. I don't know what that means. Anyway, there you go. 1621 on Gores. Today, in the aftermarket, 1621. Still sitting there. That's what we've got today. A good day on Gores today, up $1.89. Nice little breakout. Still early. July 20th is merger day. But you never know where it can go from here to then, from now to then. I didn't expect this move today, but I'm happy that it happened because of how it happened. Really happy to have Matterport associated with Facebook. That's pretty good stuff. I like that a whole lot. So should be good for you guys too. And we'll see how things kind of go from there. Not a bad dealio. Thank you very much. So nice little kick there. We have 585 thumbs ups. I thank you for that, everybody. Appreciate that today. Kind of you to do that for us. And again, thank you for being here. A number of you are looking for one-on-one meetings, so we'll get back to you as soon as we can on those. See what we can do. And we'll see what kind of space we have this weekend or not. Fantastic, everybody. Fantastic. Thanks for following us today, being here with us. Really appreciate it. Those of you subscribing to my channel, thank you for subscribing to Stock Markets with Bruce. I appreciate that. Hit the bell notification icon, and you'll get alerts every time we do new updates, new things. 593 on the thumbs ups now, approaching 600. Very good. House votes to establish committee to investigate the January 6th Capitol insurrection. There you go. 215.09 on GameStop in the aftermarket, up 95 cents at the moment. SOFI 1914 up 3 cents. Gores at $16 in the aftermarket, down 21 cents. at this moment. But the after-hour volume on Gores is 827. So this isn't much of an indicator of what's really going on right now. That's what we have right there. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Let's see. Isn't it amazing how GameStop is still way up here? Not amazed. You got 1.9 billion cash in the bank, no debt, growing business, new management. Why give up? Why would you get out of this thing? There's a whole bunch of stuff coming. Bruce, when you were a broker, have you ever been so far as to even pretend to even want to go to do more? Like, what is this? What's some of the comments feel? What? Have you ever been so far as to even pretend to even want to go to do more? Coyote, you're losing me here. Are you okay? All right. Hey, Uncle B, is a January SOFI call strike of 1750 for 6 a good deal? Buying a January SOFI call 1750 for $6. It's about it's $1.60 in the money, and it's all premium. That's too expensive. Yeah, it's too expensive, I'm afraid. Uncle Bruce, watching the stock market scene in Ferris Bueller, how did the traders even hear what was being yelled or keep track of who was yelling? Well, the voices in the crowd. You'd know your guys because you're only listening to your guys. You would know the other traders' voices intimately, especially when they got worked up. But hence hand gestures, a lot of hand gestures. You didn't need the sound. You could just do hand gestures and make deals that way. Quite sophisticated stuff under severe pressure. 215 on GameStop right now. 215.05, up 91 cents right now. What do you think GameStop will be 5 years from now? Michael, ask me in 4.5 years. I don't know, buddy. Yeah, Michael, did you see it was down 500% last year? Shorts hit it hard. I have 200 shares and a few contracts back at 8, sitting at 13.50 now. Visceral Bruce, I am ready for the next SPAC to overly obsess about. Hit me up, buddy. Give me the next one. Mr. E, my wife tells me that doing donuts on my motorcycle is dangerous. So now I just do bagels. Micron back over 85. Maybe the dip was just a blip. Wally, hi, Uncle Bruce. What are those wood square things over your left shoulder? Those things over there? No idea what those are. They showed up one day. Some guy stamped his name on the bottom of them. And they're just sitting there. I'm not sure. Does anybody know what these are? Apparently, Jen tells me that we will ship one to you if you want one for $60 American if you send us a PayPal donation. We'll ship you whatever one you want, the one with the Sextant logo or the Uncle B logo up there. Whichever one you want, we'll send you. But I'm not sure what they do. They seem to have a thing here, like some kind of an opening here, where it might hold like a cell phone or something like that. You might be able to stand up a cell phone in here, and then theoretically, if you play a video or listen to music, the sound kind of travels here and could come out of here like an amplifier. But being all wood, it's an au naturel wooden amp with Uncle Bruce's logo on it. But I am told that I am supposed to sign these as Uncle Bruce, and Auntie Jen signs them as well. So, yeah, apparently that's what these are, I guess. I guess these are some sort of a cell phone amplifier that you can buy for Uncle Bruce or for TWB, and with a $60 donation through PayPal. You can get yourself one or two or three. Thanks, Uncle B. You're the best, Uncle B. Picked up 3 contracts each, ATIP, SVAC, and a favorite Gores. Nice job. We're working here, making money. It's a meme video. Richard Branson wants to bathe in our blood that we send to 23andMe to stay young, and he can't do that until he gets to 100 a share. So it's got to get to 100 a share, folks. Okay, I guess. I don't know if that's a positive comment or negative. I didn't mean to break your brain, Uncle Bruce. Yeah, you're. I don't know what you wanted. I don't know what you mean. You think Joe Biden will try to screw over Canada on lumber, and the threat that he'll deport Ted Cruz back to Canada if America's terms aren't accepted? I hope we aren't that cruel. Yeah, you can have him. You can keep that guy. He was born in Calgary, Alberta. He's a Canadian. Yeah, what a moron that guy is. Goofball. You can have that guy. We don't want anything to do with that guy. My goodness. If the U.S. doesn't want Canadian lumber, the Chinese will take it. That's true. Guy, you okay? Someone call 911. Stroke alert. The fifth shot on what's on tap for one too many. Let's see. Can you teach us some broker hand language? No. I sold my SOFI shares a while back at 22 and changed. Then I bought SOFI calls 20s for January 2022. I feel good about this move. You're going to make a lot of money on that move, I think, because of the leverage, I guess. Uncle Bruce, can you get your guitar and hit us with a slow jam? Not happening. Uncle Bruce, what is the target price for 23andMe? Target price? I have hopes, dreams, and aspirations that it'll go into the 30s and the 40s and the 50s, but that's just me. Bobby, cell phone speakers work great. Visceral, the Yoko planks, kind of like the Hellraiser puzzle, but more torturous. Okay, who farted? It's organized and sustainable. It's organic and sustainable for the young ones out there. This is made with sourced wood. This is recycled wood, handmade, no moving parts, no software, no batteries, no assembly required. It is the real deal. Say a sextant slower like you mean it. John, just tell us what it is. A Pexel pony. A friend of mine mentioned he was curious about SOFI because of what happened with Chime. What are y'all's thoughts? No idea. No thoughts. Ever tried a sextant on a beach? Thanks, Uncle Bruce. If I sold 500 shares of SOFI to buy $11 $20 January 2022 and 10 $30 January 23 calls, how many shares do you think I might be able to buy once I sell the calls? Well, it all depends on how high the calls get and how high the shares get. I mean, come on. Trick questions. Laughing out loud, AB. Uncle Bruce, is there any basis for target prediction of 14 on ATIP? Is there any basis for predictions on the admin? I don't know why you're asking me these questions. If you're reading about it, you're reading about it. I don't know why you're coming to me. I don't understand this. Anyway, what can I say? Let's see. Yeah, as a Texan born and raised, take Cruz back. I will pay you in GameStop. Yeah. And you guys elected him for another 6-year term, you morons. First you elect him for 6 years, and then you re-elect him for another 6. Oh, you could keep that guy. He's all yours, Texas. He's all yours. Stupid is as stupid does. Unbelievable. Texas's own Ted Cruz. Congratulations, Texas. He's all yours. Oh, man. Woohoo! Oh, that's wild. Gregory, does it cost brokers money to hold stock? My broker charges me a monthly custody fee. Well, if they're offering you theoretically free commission to trade, they want you to be a trader. If they can't get that, they're going to charge you money. That's you could always switch brokers, I guess. Find a better broker, says David. Yeah. It's pronounced Chamath, not Chime, whatever. Okay, I'm going to buy fireworks. See you tomorrow. Right on, John. Way to go. Oh, man. Let's see. Love you, Uncle B. Thank you, Shake and Bake. I don't understand this question. Will a phone with a pop socket in the back still fit in the slot, or is it too slim? That I don't know. I can show you that here's where the phone goes, and you can see how deep it is right there. And you see the hole down there? That's where the sound goes, and it goes underneath. It comes up right here. Comes up blaring out here. Handcrafted by Marshall Thompson. Made by hand from sourced wood. It smells like real wood. It is. It's the real deal. We airmail it anywhere you are living for $60 US. Just send us your name and address on a PayPal donation. We'll airmail it to you for sure. Love you, Uncle B. I got relatives in Texas that love Ted Cruz because he stands up for Chick-fil-A on Twitter. You know, real useful policy stuff like that helps everybody. Oh, my God. You can keep that guy. I wish Ted Cruz stayed in Mexico. Man, oh, man, is that guy a goofball. Uncle Bruce, I am interested in scheduling a one-on-one. We talked GameStop for 4 minutes, 20 seconds. You slap that glorious Yoko on and improvise guitar riffs while dancing and screeching our time away. Have we got a deal? Oh, my goodness gracious. I don't perform for the 1 hour thing. I don't do performance or requests. Smart Texans were Team Beto. Wally's World AB, that might be the best question ever. Very well thought out. I'm screen grabbing that one and tweeting it to the one and only Cruise Control while he's on vacation during the next Texas ice storm. Carlos, Bruce will talk about Ted Cruz on Traveling with Bruce. Laughing out loud. My broker is my ex-wife and also charges me a custody fee. Chow mouth. Okay, Bill Cosby just released. There you go. New Hampshire says there's a fireworks shortage. Prices are high. No more BOGO deals. Bruce telling it like it is with Ted Cruz. Oh man, can we get stock markets with Bruce Clogs? It was Cruz or Robert Francis Beto O'Rourke. Very confused. Well, that's your problem down there. That's not my problem. I didn't make that happen. Bill Cosby was from prison the same day Donald Rumsfeld died. Coincidence? Yes, it is. What's the best grocery store coffee pods? Now, there's questions. There's serious questions coming into this channel. Best grocery store coffee pod questions. Oh, my gosh. What am I going to do? I don't know, kids. Anyway, I'm going to pack it in. We got nothing to talk about. Thank you for being here today. I'm going to grab Jen, and we're going to go to Timmy's, and we're going to get a cup of coffee. And we're going to get something to nibble on, and we're just going to de-stress here. And I'm going to think about how great you guys are and how much I love you guys for being part of my channel. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night. Let's make a bunch of money tomorrow. Let's have these stocks go even higher. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Thank you all for seeing me today, and I appreciate it. Have yourselves a great evening, everybody. If you can throw a thumbs ups at me on the way out the door, please do. 623 thumbs ups now and counting. Thank you, everybody. Please be safe. Get inoculated. Get your shots. And thank you. I appreciate it. Look forward to seeing you, and we'll see what's going on tomorrow. And let's hope we have a big, fat, wonderful day tomorrow, and you guys get richer and richer and richer and richer and richer and richer and richer. And let's go from there. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Please take care. We'll see y'all later on, and we'll talk to you soon. And goodbye from Creston.